Welcome back, my quick crypto family, back to another live stream that makes it number 8 right now. Honestly, things are so incredibly bullish for crypto, incredibly bullish for Kaspa. We've got so much to cover in this live today. It's going to be absolutely massive. So yeah, without further ado, we can see right now Kaspa is currently valued at 16.46 cents, up roughly 7.8% on the daily time frame. And yeah, it is unbelievable what we're seeing right now. Truly mind-blowing. And I made a video last night where we talked about some major catalysts coming in, and yeah, it's very exciting right now. Very exciting indeed. We have I want to bring up a post real quick. This one here from Moonshot Josh. I think it's very important to note, and it's something that I keep reiterating as well, which is many people are going to miss out on Kaspa because they have relied on inexperienced technical analysis experts, especially with all the major catalysts coming in the second half of the bull cycle. We are going to see Temple per second. I don't think we'll see Dagnite, but we'll see more developments of Dagnite, definitely. We've got the KRC20 launch that will be coming probably before the end of this year. Kraken, that's a big thing I'm going to cover in this live stream, and potential listings for Binance and Coinbase as well. It is absolutely massive news. Welcome, Leroy. It's great to see you here every single day. You're a legend, always coming here from none other than Australia. I know out there 11:30, it's very late for you, 11:30 p.m, but it's great to see you here every single day. So thank you very much for joining and being a part of the streams daily. But yeah, right now Kaspa is in a very solid position, and it is doing precisely as I thought it would do, right? I predicted that Kaspa, for the time being, will see a lot of consolidation around this region where it'll be going up and down in price. We've seen that, you know, the big correction happened where we saw Kaspa go down to 12.7, and then it goes up here, peaking at around 17, and then come back and down, up down. It's accumulating and distributing, you know, as expected, and I think this will continue in this fashion for a little while longer. We still have some catalysts coming up the rest of this week, the likes of the Fed rate cuts and much more to look forward to. So yeah, there's a lot coming in, and we'll get into that in this live stream as well. And as Leroy said, my man, if you guys enjoy these live streams, then please do me a favor and smash the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe if you're new. And for those who want to know more in regards to how to better keep knowledgeable, right, with this crypto market, then I recently created a free Discord server. I'm going to put the link in the comment section right now. It's also on my YouTube homepage and in the description below. And yeah, in this effectively, it's just free to join, and we're just building our knowledge right now. You know, getting informed, because it pays to be knowledgeable. And yeah, it's everything right now is looking very good. Harry, welcome. Hey, thanks for the update. What's your range for the top of Kaspa bull cycle, bear and bull? Okay, so regarding the bull cycle 2025 right now, I am in the position where right now we recently, and I'm going to get this post up just for anyone who somehow missed it. Again, I made a video on this yesterday for anyone who did miss out. Kraken here, but I'm going to get it up as well. Where is it? Right here. Come from the Kaspa official page as well, so it's not, you know, speculation. This is actually legit. Kaspa posted that North America rejoice, Kraken is cracking open the doors for an incoming peak at the Kaspa listing. So point being, because we now have basically confirmation. I mean, yes, it does state an asset inclusion on this roadmap. It's not a guaranteed listing, so it's not guaranteed, but it's a step in the right direction. And also keep in mind as well, Kraken Exchange is an exchange that already has Kaspa futures, so it has already been slowly accumulating their liquidity of Kaspa to eventually make a listing. So this, to me, is just indicative of what's going to come in the future, right? Welcome, Kazuma. Welcome to have you here. So yeah, point being, now we have Kraken getting involved. I don't think it'll be long until we see the likes of Binance and Coinbase and OKX as well, who is part of the KEF. They are heavily involved in the project as well, with tier 1 exchange listings, and with everything else Kaspa's building, KRC20, Rust, all of which I'll get into the live stream properly as well. I think we could see Kaspa reach prices of comfortably 3, I think likely 5, and then if we get even more further development, the likes of the smart contract, which will allow Kaspa to compete and obliterate the likes of Ethereum at number 2, because it's faster, more decentralized and scalable, and more secure than Ethereum, then I think we could see Casper reach the prices of 7, if not even 10. That's where my current head is at. But for me, Casper's a long-term hold for me. I'm going to continue taking profits at certain tops, $1, $2, $3 and so on. But at the same time, I'm always going to have a bag in Casper because it's like Bitcoin is a store of value, but not like Bitcoin. It's also a medium of exchange, a peer-to-peer currency. And for the bear market, well, again, that also depends on the factors I just spoke about regarding the exchange listings, regarding when these smart contracts come out, also regarding institutional investment, which is a factor that we just haven't, no one can really grasp how big it's going to be right now. So with all of that in mind, I think if Casper was to reach the price of, let's say, $5, conservative, right? $5, I think we could see Casper probably correct to $1 to $2, I think would be a safe bet. And also keep in mind as well, we have the likes of the KII, Casper Industrial Foundation, Industrial Initiative, apologies. And they are going to do massive things with getting Casper's name out there to industries, with the likes of holding enterprise events that they're doing next month, industry partnerships that they're doing again the next few weeks, and educational campaigns. So it's tough to make a accurate prediction, but obviously that's the nature of crypto. So me personally, I'm looking at Casper in the bear market, probably hovering around $1, $2, I think would be a fair shout. If it corrects lower, then so be it, but it just means, okay, well, I'm going to get more in the lows. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy more in the lows. The lower it goes, the more I fill my bag. And tops 5 is my like average prediction. Conservative 3, bullish being 7 to 10 at this current time. But again, things might change. We never know. What say by some miracle or by some stroke of luck or just stroke of expertise that Jonas Belinsky and Michael Sutton complete Dag Knight. Now again, reiteration, that is likely not going to happen because they've been on this for a very, very long time. They worked on Rust to take a break from Dag Knight because they were struggling with it. So they took a break and they want to do Rust. So I don't think we're going to get it in this bull cycle, but they are doing developments on it, and it's we're going to see this soon, and that's going to do massive things for Casper. Joe Ruiz, nice to hear you. I'm thinking of listing. I'm thinking the listings will start coming. 10 bob a second is here. Yes, that's also a likelihood because you've got to keep in mind that Rust in itself, this here is not a hard fork. This is just another piece of code that's been put onto the mainnet, which allows the ability for hard forks. Going from 1 to 10 BPS, block per second, that is a hard fork. That is confirmed, that is a hard fork. And the problem with hard forks, the reason why Da Vinci Jeremy and them lot FUD Casper for hard forks is because hard forks have risks. When a hard fork is ongoing, you are liable to scams and hacking into the program. The code may not be proper, it may not be checked over properly, so there may be issues in the coding as well. So hard forks carry certain elements of risk and people can eventually fall victim to them. So with that in mind, that's why a lot of exchanges don't like to list projects during a hard fork or if one's in the motion, so to speak. Now, Casper's a project with so much development. There are going to be multiple hard forks in the future. Dag Knight will be a hard fork, 10 BPS, and even if it goes to 32, that'll be a hard fork as well, most likely. So there are going to be more hard forks in the future, but it's a fair assumption to make, Joey, that we may not see the listing until 10 BPS is coming out. But again, with the likes of let me get the tab up real quick. When we see the likes of this from the Casper that goes to Casper, confirming that due to the extended time required, we're going to see the KRC20 released on the testnet and anticipated the relaunch of KRC20 to be late August this month and early September. My point being is, if they're taking so much time doing this, which may seem like bad news, but at the same time, I think it's good because they're taking a lot of care to make sure they're doing everything correctly. So if this relaunch ends up being really, really good and it ends up being, let's say, fleshed out, they can then go on to officially launch it, which would be great, and then they can start focusing on how they're going to incorporate 10 BPS onto the mainnet. Because here's the factor as well, they have already tested Casplex KRC20 on the testnet 11, which runs on 10 BPS, so they know it works. They just need to migrate on the mainnet, so they're going to do that. But it's likely we may not see the likes of these Kraken lists. We may not see this until the 10 BPS happens. There's a chance that happens before the end of this year. Right now we're in August, we've got September, October, November, December, we've got 4 months left. I think we'll see KRC20 before the end of this year and potentially Rust as well. And if not, well, that just means more time to, if it doesn't list before the end of this year, we'll just see Kaspa at these lower prices for longer. And then when the listings comes out, and then you'll have the casual traders, the Binance traders with, again, Binance is an exchange with 11 million weekly visits, just under that now. But like, we can see how much volume in daily trading volume there is. And these people, either they do or don't know of Kaspa, but if they're just casual traders, they're not going to take the risk to use exchanges like Bank because they aren't as well known. So when you have these big exchanges, tier ones, starting to add Kaspa to their spot listings, we're going to see a colossal increase in price for Kaspa. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And actually, I'm going to get into it in a little bit. But again, thanks to my members in my community, I'm going to quick shout out to him, Joe. In my community, he let us all know that he was listening to a show, the Billy Goat Tales, which had some of the Kaspa developers like Wolfie in there as well, and they mentioned in here that Kaspa are working with top exchanges and have been doing so for 6 months now. I'll get into it more in a little bit, but again, this is proof that it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when Kaspa is going to get these exchange listings, and it's going to explode in value. And if you want to know more about these early scoops and these, semi-hidden pieces of information, so to speak, then again, I highly encourage you to join my Discord server. Free to join. I leave a link in the comment section already, on my YouTube page and the description. We welcome you there. Knowledge is power. We're trying to build up our knowledge to be a part of this biggest wealth transfer. I launched it last week, and we've already got 120 members, I believe, in the span of a week, which is insane. We're growing so quickly. And please, by all means, feel free to join. And if you enjoy the streams, again, leave a like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Welcome, Computer Cappy. Nice to see you once again. Just wait till companies get a taste of what it is like to be in a permissionless environment, to run their corporations and their business with no intermediaries and take all the money in fees. Good info. Thank you, Joey. Precisely that. Again, the KII, the reason why they want to get involved in Kaspa is because they understand what Kaspa's trying to build, and they are very, very intrigued what they're trying to build as well. And we're going to see some institutional partnerships, industry partnerships within the next few weeks, likely end of this month, because again, this announcement came, I'm gonna have to find this now. Where's my home? Where's my, where is it? Here. Okay. Oh yeah. So yeah, we've got an announcement from the Kaspa Industrial Initiative media team, Panda, who confirmed that there are going to be industries who are wanting to partner with Kaspa. It's quite a ways down. I apologize. Just give me a quick moment. But I just want to get the proof for you, so you don't think I'm just blagging, right? I'm trying to show you proof here. So there's, there's backing behind what I'm saying. I'm not trying to spout nonsense to you. I'm trying to show you the truth of the matter and what's happening right now. But there's a lot coming for Kaspa. Did I pass it? No, here you go. Right here. Do you see that? Hi, KII and DII have a common chairman and board members, for those who are not aware. The chairman being a man by the name of Paul Van Son. He is the CEO and founder and now president of the DII Desert Energy, and also the board member being Rory O'Neill, who also works for the DII. So those are the members that she's referencing, and because of them, they have a common chairman. However, there will be official partnerships being announced in the coming weeks. This announcement was made July 25th, so that's about a week or two ago now. So we could be seeing it within the next week, 2 weeks. Also, for the fact that we have, again, got an announcement a little while back regarding the enterprise event that's going to be taking place. Again, trying to get my sources up. On Twitter way too much nowadays, but it again pays to be knowledgeable. Here you go. Some exciting stuff coming out for Kaspa, KII in September. They're going to be holding an event, enterprise event, so enterprises will have access to Kaspa, basically. So we could potentially, we're going to see all these announcements happen at the same time in September. And again, you have more industries and institutions getting access to permissionless environments with Kaspa, and that will do amazing things for its future adoption. Amazing things. And again, all the more reason to see such amazing announcements regarding Kraken, who now have officially put on their listing page that they're going to list Kaspa. Well, it's in their plan, in their roadmap. Again, it's not confirmation. I have to reiterate that it's not confirmation, and that's inclusion on this roadmap. It's not a guarantee of listing, but with Kraken having futures already, and again with what I have seen from my members in my community, and I've also fact checked it as well, because again, I believe my members. I don't think any of them are going to lie to me, but at the same time, I need to make sure that I'm aware of what I'm looking at. So I always ask for sources, and I have the proof here, the source here, which in it, it states that around the 32 to 35 minute mark, it states that they have been talking with the top 6 exchanges for roughly 6 months, and they are not allowed to, they don't know when they're going to get a listing. They don't know, because obviously the exchanges can't necessarily tell them unless the project like Kaspa wants to say, oh, we're going to get an exchange in February, throw in the project, and that won't be good, right? So they don't know when the listing's going to come, but they've been talking with them for 6 months, and there is definitely a lot happening right now. He can't say more than that, but it's definitely been talking with it, and they are talking with 3 of the biggest ones, which in my mind, so I'm like, okay, 3 of the biggest ones, well, that probably is going to be the likes of Binance and Coinbase, and potentially also Kraken, hence why this listing. I showed in my previous streams as well the connections to Binance and Coinbase. I mentioned it again in a little bit in detail on my video that I made yesterday, the Kraken video, about how we are going to very likely see Coinbase and Binance listings, which will do amazing things for Kaspa's price. No doubt about it. Bees, greeting future crypto millionaire. Well to see you again. Happy to see you once again in the stream. There's a huge market for business in the blockchain, and Kaspa's case block DAG. Exactly, right. The bottom line as well right now is we are in a very unique position where the crypto asset market is extremely undervalued. Not just Kaspa, the whole market is undervalued. Even Bitcoin, which is sitting at 58k, all-time high 74, it is undervalued because the monetary system that we are currently a part of, which we don't even take into account, which runs on the SWIFT network, fiat currency, is becoming obsolete, it's becoming redundant, it's becoming pointless, right? The central banks and governments all around the world, and this is information that I provide in my Discord server for free. I just show people this because it's what people need to know to keep knowledgeable. All around the world, these central banks are trying to incorporate blockchain technology into the financial system, into their back end, so they can have 24/7 cheap fee 24/7 transactions that can happen at any time, as opposed to it being 9 to 5 days a week. So blockchain is fundamentally so very important, and that's why a lot of real world utility tokens, the likes of Ripple XRP, have a lot of potential behind them. But Kaspa, for that regard as well, also has so much potential because it is groundbreaking technology. People aren't aware of it, or they haven't been made aware of it properly yet because it's so new, and it's not even on any major exchanges just yet. But wait till it does. We'll see Kaspa explode in price. And to briefly touch on this as well, I mentioned XRP. I just want to briefly cover that XRP had just managed to come through with a very, very favorable verdict in their 3 to 4 year long lawsuit against the SEC, which is hence why we saw this price increase yesterday of roughly, I believe it was 20%. Yeah, 20-30% in increase in price, because we saw the judge of the case stating Ripple has to pay $125 million, which is great because originally the SEC wanted $2 billion. So again, this is a great sign of what might come for XRP and other real world utility tokens and the whole crypto market. It's showcasing now that everything in my opinion happens for a reason in this crypto market. Everything is pre-planned. I think personally that the rate cuts that occurred, with the federal, where's my sources? So we see here, JP Morgan, they stated that when the retail dump happened, when we saw this massive crash in the market right here, this massive crash, they stated that we did not buy. We did not sell. We bought the dips. So when retail sold $1 billion, the institutions bought up $14 billion. That is the proof of the matter that the institutions want blockchain technology, right? And as of that, we're going to see a lot more institutional adoption into crypto, and we can see a lot more higher prices coming from here. And again, with real world utility tokens, they are ones that are becoming like the backbone of what's happening right now, and these are going to do amazing things for the future price of these projects. And Kaspa is in a very, very unique position. I mean, we can see here almost 25 million Kaspa, which is equivalent to $3 million. No, almost 25 million Kaspa, equivalent to $3 million, was transferred from an unknown wallet to another unknown wallet in less than a second, with the fees of what, 0.0000220, basically nothing, right? Basically nothing. This is exactly what Satoshi had envisioned, with, you know, being a peer-to-peer electronic currency with minimal fees and almost instantaneous transactions. The monetary system is changing to incorporate blockchain, and Kaspa is going to be an integral part of it. It's very, very early right now in its development cycle, and no one's talking about it to the extent of institutions who are getting involved. But I don't doubt we'll see that in the future. I don't doubt it at all. And that, again, will do amazing for Kaspa's future price. If it ends up being used as a peer-to-peer currency, it will be incredible. That's why Kaspa will overtake the power law to the upside, because it's not taking into consideration that it can also replace the likes of Swift or assist the improvements of anything. Exactly. I think the power law for Kaspa, which, for those who are unaware, the power law is a curved band that basically talks about, it basically compares the emission schedules of the project, so its price over time, and it predicts that based on the power law, we'll see Kaspa at the lowest point by the end of the bull cycle at $1.20, middle at $1.70, and upper end of $3. But that's just time over price. And not taking into account the institutional adoption, the developments going on for Kaspa, the potential to see these exchange listings, and the fact that Kaspa has such groundbreaking technology, it could replace Swift. There's a lot of factors to take into account, and I think that the power law is a good indication of where we might see Kaspa during a general run-up, right? During this cycle right now, where the bull market is not properly taken off yet, it has adhered to the power law and stayed within it, going from the upper band to the lower band, but it stayed within it. And I think that's good to, in a bear market, therefore, to indicate where we're going to see Kaspa. But when the bull cycle properly starts and we see institutions putting in trillions of dollars, multi-trillions of dollars, I think we're going to see all of cryptos, well, Bitcoin and Kaspa be the only two following the power law, but cryptos in a whole just going parabolic in price. We have the likes of Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, who has stated publicly that he suspects the crypto market cap will reach 5 trillion by the end of this year, 2024. So a 2x, just over that. And then it had the potential to reach 10 trillion, 8 to 10 trillion probably, by the end of 2025 next bull cycle. So a 5x in the crypto market. Think about how much money will come into Bitcoin and then trickle into the altcoins when this happens. Kaspa right now number 22 with a $4 billion market cap, and it easily had the potential to become a top 10. This listing for Kraken that seems imminent could easily make it into a top 5, and then Binance and Coinbase will put it into a top 4, top 3, and so on and so forth, if everything is, well, everything building the way it's building right now. It seems as if we can see the Binance and Kraken listing in the cycle. Yeah, I think that in this cycle, in this bull cycle, Kraken is going to list Kaspa. I think that announcement recently is pretty evident of that Kraken is going to decide to make a Kaspa listing. I think that, where's the, I just want to bring it up again for anyone who didn't see the Kraken listing. Here, yeah. So I think we're going to see a Kraken listing for Kaspa. I think, based on the fact that Binance are also confirmed to have Kaspa futures, and now they're having a zero fees mining pool. The zero fees part's important, because zero fees effectively means that there's no downside to mining Kaspa on Binance. Aside from you just paying for the electricity, you have no downside to it. And Kaspa mining is profitable. It's the most profitable, I think, out of all of them. It's definitely more profitable than Bitcoin. So there's what the strategy I believe is happening from Binance right now is they're trying to slowly build up their liquidity in the background, in the shadows, so they can eventually have enough liquidity to then announce a Kaspa listing. So I think it's going to happen this bull cycle as well. I suspect Coinbase as well, because Coinbase, I'll show you the source here. Coinbase, they originally funded the research for Kaspa with Polychain Capital, $8 million worth, and also there's a lot of very, very close connections to the likes of BlackRock, the largest financial asset manager in the world, and Coinbase. And obviously, Marathon Digital Holdings have diversified their portfolio to now mine Kaspa as well as Bitcoin. And the shareholders of one of the shareholders of Marathon, shareholders of Marathon includes the like of BlackRock. It includes the like of I put it in my Discord. I'm trying to, including like BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, JP Morgan, all the massive institutions. They are shareholders of Marathon, and now they have access to Kaspa through Marathon, and Coinbase is connected to BlackRock. So my point being is, I feel like Coinbase may be secretly accumulating and building up the liquidity of Kaspa as well, thanks to Marathon, and because they also were part of the original people who invested into the project. So I think we will see Binance, Coinbase, and Kraken. Definitely Kraken. I think highly potential Binance, and a decent chance at Coinbase in this bull cycle. And the rest, I think, will follow. I think if you see a Binance listing alone, the rest will follow, because that alone will send Kaspa's price parabolic, and they'll be missing out on a premium time to buy Kaspa at its value of just 16.5 cents. And what's going to happen when Kaspa block rewards is something like 1, and Kaspa has almost no fees, so who would still do the mining for Kaspa network? And you say that, people are still doing it for Bitcoin. People are still doing it for Bitcoin. At the end of the day, I feel like we're going to see Kaspa continue to be mined, just in general. 85% mined right now. I think it's going to continue, like, as Kaspa keeps going more and more. Because think about it as well. If the reward for mining Kaspa is so low, but at the same time, the value of Kaspa is so high. Like, the reason why Bitcoin mining is still profitable, well, to an extent still profitable, even though you get little to no Bitcoin for mining and it takes so long and it's so expensive and whatnot, is because Bitcoin is valued at, 60k. Now, right now, the miners aren't making any profit. I think it has to surpass 75k or something for them to make profit. But if Kaspa starts drastically increasing in price the same way Bitcoin does, the miners will have it. If Kaspa stays cheap forever, then there'll be no reason to mine Kaspa because it's not profitable. But if it starts doing numbers like Bitcoin, which will take a while, very, very long time, it may not even happen. But the price of Kaspa will have to go up and the miners will make profit. And I don't see why it won't, especially with all the developments coming out with, 10 to 100 block per second, KRC20, the EVM, the Ethereum wrap-ups, the smart contracts that will do wonders for Kaspa blockchain. The Kaspa Industrial Initiative, there's so much happening for Kaspa that it's within. It seems to me that Kaspa is going to just keep increasing in value. As well, I will do. How much is still, again, anyone's guess, but I think it will continue to increase in value as time goes on. And if you're in Kaspa at this point right now, anything under 20 cents, anything under $1, you're laughing, you're living life. Joshua Stanley, welcome. Honest question, how does anyone see Kaspa reaching over 1 to 150 this cycle? Most retail doesn't even have cash like previous bull cycles due to inflation. Also, what about the Marathon commenting that they are selling their Kaspa to buy Bitcoin? Right now, we are going to see a massive influx in money into the market, right? And with retail in particular, as that's what you're referencing, we are going to see more people in crypto, in retail elements of crypto, the casual, the investors like you or me. We're going to see more people than ever before. Right now, the population of the population of the world that's in crypto right now, I believe, is roughly 7%. That I can't find the information for, but I saw on a Federal Reserve research document. 7% of the world is right now in crypto, and because the monetary system now being incorporated with crypto in the backbone, with blockchain technology in the backbone of the monetary system, I think we're going to see, well, they're talking about it on mainstream media, CNBC and Bloomberg, they're talking about crypto now. We're going to start seeing a lot more adoption into crypto, the same way we saw the internet. No one believed in the internet and everything was newspapers. And now everyone uses the internet. That's how you listen to me right now. That's the way I see it. So I think we're going to see a lot of adoption into crypto, and that will cause a lot more liquidity to go into this market. And again, institutions will play a massive part into the growth of this market. Based on the power law, Kaspa going to 150 is definitely possible. But again, based onto the institutional adoption, the KII, the fact that Kaspa's blockchain, KRC20, is relaunch is seemingly imminent, and that will also give it the chance to compete with the likes of the Tron and the Solana blockchain. And when then the smart contracts come out, it'll compete with Ethereum. Then that will also do wonders for Kaspa's adoption and therefore Kaspa's price. The more Kaspa is utilized, the more its use case, the higher it will go in value as it's utilized as a medium of exchange. And then in regard to Marathon commenting about selling their Kaspa to Bitcoin, they didn't exactly say that. They said that they could, but they didn't say that they were selling their Kaspa to mine Bitcoin. They said that they had the option to do so. But it is in right now. It is more profitable for them to be holding Kaspa and them to mine Kaspa, because Kaspa right now, it's not a question of maybe, it's definite that Kaspa has a higher ROI, return of investment, right now than Bitcoin. If Bitcoin in my opinion can max out probably at 250k in this bull cycle, so that's a 5x. That means Kaspa reaches $1. I think Kaspa easily surpasses $1 this cycle, easily. And that means it's more worthwhile them holding Kaspa in that regard. And also mining Kaspa, it's more profitable for them. Like right now, mining Kaspa, they're getting $87 for every Kaspa they mine. So it is, the way they phrased it, I remember seeing the post. The way they phrased it, it sounded like they were selling it, but they're not. They said they had to opt to do so. Yeah, Kaspa price needs to go up, definitely. But at the same time, I'm not worried about it. I think the longer Kaspa stays down, the longer Kaspa stays cheap, the more I can fill up my Kaspa bag. So if Kaspa goes up in price, great. Obviously, I'm making my investment true. But if it stays down, even better. I can buy more cheap Kaspa and make the most of it. Warrior Kitty plays, welcome once again. Kaspa got futures listing on the biggest exchange. Exactly. Kaspa's got a futures listing on Binance and also Kraken. And now Binance has got a mining pool, and Kraken have now put on their official listing website they're going to list Kaspa. So there's two massive connections already to top tier exchanges, the biggest one as well, of their connections and their desire effectively to want access to Kaspa. And then there are, if you will, breadcrumbs for the other ones. OKX is part of the Kaspa Ecosystem Foundation, the KEF. Coinbase funded the initial research for Kaspa, and they are in connection to Marathon, who are now diversifying into Kaspa as well. So yeah, there are a lot of, and then you've got the likes of Robinhood as well. Ultimately, we're going to see a lot of listings, I thought, for Kaspa in this bull cycle. A lot of top tier listings that will, again, do numbers for Kaspa's price. Kaspa can assist with onboarding with centralized economy into the environment where we can have more control of their revenue. Again, more reasons just to be in Kaspa. Kaspa is the perfect crypto, in my opinion. It's doing everything that Satoshi had envisioned it to do. And the KII even commented on this as well. Did I repost this? I sure hope I did. The KII put it in such a way where they basically just said Kaspa is just them, right? It's just them. Here, look, Kaspa, where truth meets speed. The blockchain trilemma solved. That's, again, a big factor people seem to now be overlooking because no one touched on it too much, but they have solved the trilemma. They are scalable, secure, and decentralized, where every other project is full shorts on one of them. Bitcoin is not scalable. Ethereum is not decentralized, and it's not even scalable really. It had to have a layer to incorporate it to be scalable. Solana is not secure and not decentralized. There's so many issues with every other project that makes them either lacking decentralization or security. But Kaspa solves it all. It's the perfect harmony of it all. The Kaspa's block DAG technology architecture is the foundation of Web 4. And enterprise solutions, the future isn't coming, is confirming almost instantly. That is what Kaspa is providing to the community, and it is gaining so much more traction as of late. Hash rate jumping almost 2 times from 370 to 750. Actually, this is a bit old, 750 in the span of a month. Again, thanks to Binance and to Marathon. I hope Kaspa goes to 0 so I can buy more. David, if Kaspa goes to 0, I will sell my house, my kidneys, I will sell everything I have if Kaspa goes to 0, because I will fill up like there's no tomorrow. I will buy so much more Kaspa. And then I'll come live with you that time. But yeah, there's a lot coming for Kaspa. Moonshot Josh, again, stated it. A lot of people right now use TA. Like, again, the power law is definitely a good indicator for where Kaspa's going to be at, but I don't think it is the do or die of Kaspa. It's not the do or die. TA is great to give you estimates, right? But what affects a crypto market is knowledge of what's happening in the real world, the actual catalysts. You think Kaspa's going to stay at this price when, if you think Kaspa's going to, stay within the power bands when, crypto's and Bitcoin's pumping up to 200k and institutions are getting involved and we're seeing listings all around the place, chaos, but not. I don't think we are going to see Kaspa stay within the power law bands at that point. All of crypto is going to go parabolic. That's how I see it. And there's so much coming for Kaspa. Dagnite won't come this bull cycle, but when that comes out, that'll be massive as well. And then again, this is what I'm talking about. Real world developments. Vladimir Putin signs law legalizing crypto mining in Russia. Obviously, that's talking about Bitcoin, most likely right now. But what's to say they won't do that for Kaspa soon at one point as well? So they're now legalizing crypto mining in Russia. That is big news for Kaspa in the future to be as well. It's obviously this mainly talking about Bitcoin, but it's very big news. I mean, Kaspa are also, again, trying to do what they can to bring up more adoption. They're making a new series and they're making the FUD Busters. Because, of course, there are going to be people FUDing this project. No one in this chat, to my knowledge, is FUDing Kaspa. And that's because you're all smart and you do your research, you do your knowledge. You research, knowledge is power. But people that like Da Vinci Jeremy and Fred Krueger, they FUD this project like it's part of their religion. They FUD it all to their gods and back. And I get it. It's easy to make fun of things, easy to fun something, but at the same time, if you're just doing it based on some bias, then it's just rubbish. A lot of projects in this space have a lot of potential, and you've got to understand the upsides and downsides. Like, for example, again, and going back to it briefly, XRP. This project, its shortcomings are the fact that it's quite centralized. They're developers and the creators. There were ICOs, there were pre-allocations to developers. So it has its limitations in that regard. So therefore, there's always the possibility we could see a rug pull type of effect where, XRP jumped to like $100 and they just say, oh, great, we've made so much more money, like 1,000, 2,000x, whatever, let's take our money out. There's always the possibility of that. So you've got to be careful of that. But at the same time, when these institutions all around the world and central banks all around the world are talking about utilizing XRP's ledger as, the foundation, right now it's been talked about the foundation for this blockchain, for this new monetary system. That's not me again speculating that. There's information out there all over the place. Again, I've put information about that in my Discord, which again, if you want access to, free to join on my homepage here in the comment section right now and in the description. Knowledge is power. I'm spreading knowledge and just keeping people informed about what's going on in the markets and just telling people what's happening. XRP right now is one of the assets that's highly sought after by these institutions. So by that means, because I understand the risks, I'm not gone all in on Kaspa or on XRP. No way. But I've got a bag in it. Not a big bag, but I've got a bag in it to diversify my portfolio. But because I understand what Kaspa's about and, what it's trying to do, I'm like, okay, well, I've got my biggest bag by far is in Kaspa for obvious reasons. When Kaspa rewards are gone mining, when Kaspa rewards are gone for mining, the fees will come up from the use of the coin for decentralized applications, corporations, the Internet of Things will develop on top of the biggest tech, and Kaspa was designed to keep up. There you go. I mean, yeah, Joey is exactly right. When Kaspa rewards become little to zero or just not profitable anymore, that's when Kaspa's coin will then be utilized for what it's meant to be utilized as a peer-to-peer electronic currency, as a medium of exchange. And by that point as well, Kaspa's value, it won't be at $1, $2, $3. It'll be much higher. I can't for sure say it's going to be the value of Bitcoin is right now, because Bitcoin's been doing this since 2012, if not earlier than that. It's been doing it for so long. So would Kaspa reach that high? I don't know. I can't say. But Kaspa is going to continue increasing in price, and as it keeps developing and Dagnite comes out and the KRC comes out and the Rust and the 100 BPS and all that stuff, we're going to see Kaspa take over the other blockchains who just simply can't compete with the technology. None of these blockchains, Ethereum, again, Solana, Tron, none of them right now would be able to compete up with Kaspa with smart contracts. It would not be able to, because Kaspa has everything that they have and better. Kaspa should be above $1 living local. Yeah, I think there's a possibility, depending on again the developments happening with KRC20 and Rust and now Kraken. There's a possibility that we could see Kaspa reach the price of $1 at the end of this year. That's my head of thinking. Yeah, there's a possibility of which. If not, so be it. But I think there's a possibility we see Kaspa reach $1 by the end of this year, 2024. Bull cycle, $3 comfortably. $5 is like average, and 7 to 10 is equally, I think, very possible, depending on what happens. I think 7-10 is something that we'd have to see smart contracts come out for that to happen potentially. I think we have to see smart contracts come out. We have to see Binance and Coinbase and OKX and everything else, Kraken, all of these listings. Kaspa has to be listed everywhere. And then we have to see what's happening with the KII and who's getting involved, the institutions getting involved. Would you say it's harder for Kaspa to get tier 1 listings because they don't have a VC backing, therefore exchanges need to buy up more Kaspa? I mean, yes, that's precisely it, Beebs. The reason why Kaspa, like all these projects, you see all these projects right now in the top 100, all of them pretty much. I haven't checked every single one, but I'm fairly sure all of these projects in the top 100 have a top exchange listing of some sort, whether it be Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, one of them. All of them have a top tier exchange listing but Kaspa. Kaspa's the only one. And the reason they've not got one is because it's a fair launch proof of work, no pre-allocation to developers, no ICO. So all these projects got onto these top exchanges, because, apart from Bitcoin, I imagine, but all of them, because they paid the exchanges to list the project. They could, and I think that's why meme coins are on exchanges, because they paid the exchanges to be listed on the project. It's because that's how they also increase their value as well. But Kaspa, without any pre-allocations, they haven't and they won't pay exchanges to list their project. So for the exchanges top tiers, the Binance and Coinbase, for them to list Kaspa, they need to build up their liquidity. They need to buy up Kaspa, whether it be in secret and slowly or just at one go. They need to buy up Kaspa to have the liquidity to then issue a spot listing so they have enough in the reserves. That's what Binance are doing with the zero fees mining and futures, Kraken with futures as well. Coinbase with Marathon, who are now mining Kaspa as well, I believe. That's my speculation. So they're doing so. And once they have enough Kaspa in reserves, they might buy a little bit more and then they'll do a listing. Binance needs to do the most of the work because they have so much. Like, don't get me wrong, Coinbase is massive. It's the biggest exchange in America, but Binance evidently is the much bigger exchange. 24-hour trading volume of over 20 billion. So they need to have much more liquidity than anything else. That's why I think the Binance listing will be a catalyst for everything else. Because if Binance lists it, then Kaspa's going to go insane in price. The reason why Marathon indicated they could sell their cash to get more Bitcoin is because it's a true statement. Why not mine something that will give you 10 times the yield? Exactly. Marathon has the potential and can, if they choose to sell and their Kaspa for Bitcoin. They have the potential to do that, but they're not saying they're going to do that. They just said they could. But at the same time, the reason why they have decided to diversify to hold and mine Kaspa is because it is more profitable for them. They get more in terms of mining it right now, and there's again higher ROI for Kaspa right now than it is with Bitcoin than most projects, in my opinion. Kaspa has the potential to make the most gains out of everything, as apart from micro caps, which are the most risky, which can go like 100x in the span of a week if get lucky or you do the research or whatever. But Kaspa as a mid project altcoin, sitting at number 22, this has one of the highest potentials of making absolutely insane gains. We could easily see, in my opinion, if you see a 5x, that's $1, just under that right now. See a 10x, again, that's $1.50. I think, no, $2, even that's $2. I think we could easily see a 15 to 20x of Kaspa. Easily, 15 to 20x of Kaspa in this bull cycle. That's where my head's at. And that's at this point. And there are some of us who managed to know this project really, really early and got in really, really early. Like, I got in at 5. I got in at 5 cents. And I have never looked back since. And I continued since then to fill my bags. And it's only recently that I thought, I'll start talking about this project, because it is just, I feel like people need to know about Kaspa. It's worthwhile people being informed about Kaspa. There's so much going on. And again, I cover a lot more of this in detail. Like, think about it, just in this week alone, right? We've had so many catalysts for crypto and Kaspa as a whole in this week alone. Kaspa achieved a new all-time high at the beginning of this week, which was very, very big news. The KRC20 announced their relaunch that's going to be happening late August to September, which again is very, very big news. We recently just saw Kraken announce that they're going to be issuing a spot listing for Kaspa. Well, they have it in their roadmap to do so. So again, more big news incoming. We have the likes of Binance's mining pool, which I will get it up for you. Binance's mining pool, right here. Zero fees mining pool. That's a lot happened for Kaspa alone this week. Now, the reason why crypto in itself has been correcting this week and is down, well, it was down a total of, I think it was 40% at its bottom. Yeah, 40% at its bottom. Now it's currently down from its top at 20% for Kaspa at least. That's due to the FOMC, the Federal Reserve, who decided for whatever. Well, again, it's actually tracking back to where I lost train of thought near the beginning of the live stream, where I said that everything is pre-planned. I think that all the big higher ups, they know what they're doing, right? Don't you think it's convenient how now England, Denmark, Canada, Japan, worldwide, everyone decided to cut rates? By 0.5%, whatever it may be, they all decided to cut their rates, but the Fed said, no, we're going to hold on. That was a disastrous decision that caused a massive correction in the market. But conveniently, at the same time, when they did that, none of the institutions sold. They didn't sell. They bought more. Retail panicked because they obviously can't keep invested when the market's collapsing, and institutions bought more. That I think it was by design. I think it was by design that happened, and I think that we're going to see a lot more happening in regard to that this week as well, where we're going to see a potential announcement for the FOMC again making there's a high potential. Again, I'm going to bring up this article very quickly. The article here where there's been a call for an emergency meeting to cut rates this week. Now, we've not had any further news on that right now. It may not happen. But regardless, we're going to see rate cuts pretty much guaranteed in September. And if we don't see rate cuts in September for whatever reason, we are going to see, I think it's inevitable, we will see a lot of downside incoming, because the markets are all in paramount, because America's the financial capital of the world. So yeah, it's quickly reading the chat. The reason why Marathon, I already read that one. Kas gives Marathon 10 times the yield that Bitcoin has been giving them, so it's made the statement to not disappoint. Yeah, that's also got to keep in mind as well. Marathon said the statement because people who are with Marathon, who know Marathon, they are Bitcoin maxis. So if they now see they're no longer only mining Bitcoin, they're going to Kaspa, they're like, oh, that's not right. Like, why are you now leaving Bitcoin? Why are you selling off your Bitcoin? It's like, no, we can sell our capital for Bitcoin to keep them happy, but they haven't done so. 3 Ethereum, I got in at $0.0045. What the? Mined it before then too well. Yeah, David, you're right, man. Shut up. I'm going to steal your Kaspa. Yeah. What do you mean? 0.00. Let me quickly just... 0.00... Huh? You got it in here? Wait, you were like one of the first then. I mean, I feel like I've achieved everything now. I've got one of the very, very early Kaspa holders in my live. I must have made it. Got it in near the bottom. That is absolutely mind-blowing. Yeah, no, like, as David said, yeah, that's insane. Whoa. I bought 500,000 Kas for 200. Still got it. Damn. I want to talk about Kaspa with you. Yeah, I think I want to talk Kaspa with you as well, man. That is, more power to you. You evidently did your research and you knew what this project was going to be about. And again, a massive well done to you. And this is what I've been talking about. I've been saying knowledge is power. Knowledge is power, and it pays to be knowledgeable, which is why I created a free to join Discord server. I'll put the link again in the chat, and it's in my YouTube homepage and the description, where right now I am doing, it's free to join. I'm just, everything that's I deem as major news, whether it be the Fed rate cuts, the buying pull, it will always go on my Discord first, keeping everyone knowledgeable, everyone informed, up to date of stuff that's happening. And yeah, it's just a case of trying to understand the market structures and predict where the market's going to go. We in my community, we were aware that the Fed did not cut rates here, and therefore we predicted there may be a correction in the market that comes down, and this happened over the weekend when Warren Buffett sold his Apple shares on the Friday here when crypto started correcting, and then we saw it go down slowly. Market opened again on the Monday, massive correction, because the market's finally opened, and that affected the whole stock markets. So we had called that. Some of us got in luckily at the bottom here. I managed to get in at 13.5 and also take, other stock bottoms here around 17 as well and 15. I've been just taking that little bottoms here and there, and it's what we're talking about in my community right now. So if you want to, again, learn more, free to join, link in the comment section description and my homepage. And we welcome you. Knowledge is power. Beeb, since mining Kas is profitable, can Binance raise enough liquidity from mining to list Kaspa? It's a tough question because, again, think about it. Binance is a massive exchange. Look at the, in comparison with the daily trading volume to the likes of Bybit or Ethereum, or it is like night and day. So they'd have to have if they list Kaspa, the amount of people that will have access to Kaspa, because once people see a new listing, they're like, oh, what's that? They'll do a little bit of research, and people who do research generally will just look at this. They look at this like, oh, wow, it's just been going up and up and up. And they're casual traders as well, so they won't do deep dive research. They'll look at that and be like, okay, cool, let's get in. That's all they're going to look at. People who do the deep dive research, they'll realize, oh, what is Kaspa about? Let's do the research. Oh, it's, the blockchain trilemma solver and all that stuff. So, I think Binance will mine a lot to build up the liquidity, but I think they'll have to buy up some as well. That's kind of where my head's at. They have to buy up some as well. They'll probably mining Kaspa for a while now. Yeah, I mean, think about it as well. Marathon were mining Kaspa since September. They only announced it like a month or two ago, but they're mining it since September last year. They've been doing it quietly, so it wouldn't surprise me if Binance were doing the same thing. But now they're giving it a zero fees for other people to get involved as well. When it was only sold on TXBit. TXBit is a very, very sketchy exchange. Very, very sketchy. I don't even know where it is here. Yeah, it's very, very sketchy. But yeah, if you got it on that and, you made it, then congratulations to you. The Kaspa Maxi, that's not the full chart. Rather than the Kas USDT Max chart you're on, type Kas USD. Okay, I will do that for you. I believe that's one you're on about. I will do that and recheck again to see just how early 3T Ethereum got in to his Kaspa bag. 0.004. So either way, around here. If it's the right chart, either way, it's around here. So might as well be one of the first into Kaspa ever. It's absolutely nuts. I am blown away by, speechless, truly speechless. So yeah, God, I wish I could be you. Wow, well, fair play to you, man. Massive props to you. He's a man who's definitely going to become a millionaire off Kaspa. There's no doubt about that. He's there just quietly laughing while, Fred Krueger funding the project. He's quietly laughing. Exex is good to get Kaspa. Yeah, Exex is good to get. I mean, for me personally, I buy my Kaspa off LBank Exchange. I go to LBank because the fees are 0.1%. So for just quick math for everyone, if you put £1,000 to $1,000 to buy Kaspa, you're paying $1 trading fees. Which if it was like Coinbase, for example, their trading fees are like 0. Their trading fees are they're much higher. I think they're. Let me quickly check. The trading fees for Coinbase are 0.3%. Yeah, trading fees. Anyone can help me out? Because I'm sure it is about that. 0.6%. There you go. Sorry, 0.6%. So Coinbase is 0.6%. LBank, and that's if you're not doing massive transactions, you're doing smaller transactions. LBank is 0.1%. And even then Uphold, all these big exchange, all the other exchanges, they have high trading fees. LBank is not the so-called safest exchange. Full disclosure, it's not the safest. It's run by some Chinese. It's in China. It's definitely worth you getting hold of a cold storage hardware wallet, whether it be one key, Tangent, whatever else. And me personally, I will transport my money onto an exchange like Uphold or wherever it may be, whatever exchange of your choice. Buy up USDT and then transfer USDT to LBank and then buy the Kaspa, which is USDT on LBank. I won't put my card details on LBank, and then when I've done that, I have my Kaspa. I'll then transfer that to my Tangent wallet. That's how I go about buying my Kaspa. It's the way to limit it's a lot of transactions. I know it can be quite tedious, but it's the way to limit any potential people taking your money. It's the way to limit the risks. That's what I would say. Limit the risks. All top 100 coins except for Kaspa sold their soul to be listed. Exactly. Precisely that. All top 100 exchange listings had decided to pay one of the top exchanges or all of them to be listed on their exchange. All of these projects, they paid them. But Kaspa didn't. That's why they have no exchange listings, but they will get exchange listings this bull cycle. Kraken's already on the way. Binance and Coinbase seem to be gearing up as well. Got a lot coming in. I bought my Kas on BitGet. Again, yeah, BitGet's not bad. I mean, again, for me personally, I think the best exchange to buy Kaspa is LBank, purely because the exchange fees are so incredibly low. And then if you're keeping it on LBank, then no. Then probably use a different exchange like maxis, KuCoin, BitGet, maybe. But if you're just simply, if you have a Tangent wallet or hardware wallet, then I think it's worthwhile buying it on LBank for the cheapest fee, so you get more of your money's worth, and then transferring it to that. And of course, always be careful when you're doing these sort of transactions. Make sure you send a small fee first, so you know it's working, and then do the actual transaction fee, so you don't, send your Kaspa and your money into the void and it never gets back, because that would be disastrous. And I mean, don't come crying to me if that happens. I'll console you, but like, I'm so sorry, man, but like, you're an idiot. Respectfully, of course. I always use maxis with a VPN, but just this month they can now detect my VPN, so I need to use new exchange. I'm in the US and there's no way I'm paying fees for that uphold. Do you know of any? From what I've heard, I mean, VPN is legal. From what I've heard, you might try and have to change your VPN to somewhere else, maybe again in maybe United Kingdom, somewhere else in Europe. Try and change your VPN. But again, for me personally, I use LBank because it's the cheapest fees, and it's not illegal using a VPN. It's not. So that's what I would do. I mean, I'm not based in the United States. So I'm basing this off what I have heard through the grapevine. I am fortunate enough to be able to do it without a VPN because I'm not based there in the United States. But yeah, that's what I would do personally. But after that, now massive tangent. Where was I? I was talking about the catalyst that happened in the market, and what's happened this week. So we had a very, very busy week. This video is talk about the bullish news that happened with Kaspa, with the Kraken listing and whatnot. But again, very, very big. CoinX doesn't. Oh, there you go. 33 Ethereum says that CoinX doesn't block VPN or XX. So yeah, you have those options as well. But I was stating as well that there's we had all of that news regarding Kaspa, KRC20 relaunch, Binance mining pool, Kraken now officially putting it on their listing plan roadmap, a new all-time high for Kaspa. We had the real-world indicators that caused this correction, with Warren Buffett removing 50% of his stock in Apple, which is, I think, equivalent to $2.77 billion. $277 billion. That's not small money. And he took that out of Apple, and he has that in liquid cash right now. And again, it was the looming potential of rate cuts. Basically everything that happened has been a snowball effect, a kind of catalyst, so to speak, of the Fed not cutting their rates, the United States Fed not cutting the rates, and it just caused this whole snowball effect of the market just dropping in value, stock and crypto. But then we've also seen some very bullish catalysts, because this, again, I said by design, because when this happened, institutions didn't sell. Like Warren Buffett sold at his top, and then, it's crashed and he's, living, whatever. But he sold at the top. What would be the top? Institutions either didn't sell, or they did sell a little bit, but either way, they bought at the bottom. They didn't just get out of it completely. They bought again at the dip. So again, this is the sign that crypto is not going to, die by any stretch of imagination. It's still very much alive, and we're going to see it continue going from then. And then we saw other bullish catalysts regarding, again, real world, but also like Vladimir Putin again, and also other projects like I mentioned with XRP. This week alone with XRP, again, I'm doing this briefly because it's not an XRP video, but it's another project that I do hold a bag in for a small amount, because there are a lot coming for it. XRP, they just concluded their lawsuit. The lawsuit pretty much in the final stages now. It's very, very big news, hence this price rise. They also got basically confirmation that the US Treasury bills, so United States debt, is going to be tokenized debt, is going to be on the XRP ledger, which is the United States debt. The Treasury bill market is about $27 trillion again, massive news. CME Group, which CME Group is the likes of, their shareholders include the likes of BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, JP Morgan. is a derivatives market predicted to be $1.2 quadrillion, and they just listed XRP as well. Again, we can see there's so much happening with these projects, and that's why I hold a bit of a bag in. I hold biggest bag in Kaspa by no stretch. It's not even close, but I look a little bit in real world utility tokens, XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, Quant, and then I'm also going to be looking into projects in the gaming market, because this is a market that is very, very undervalued right now. A lot of them are near the all-time lows, if not gone lower than that before. And I think that we are going to likely see a lot of upside potential in this bull cycle with these projects, with them reaching new all-time highs potentially, and then some, because the gaming market is one that's got, in my opinion, a lot of potential, and I'm very, very eager for it. Like, look at the Ultra. At least on KuCoin, right? Ultra is like pretty much at its all-time low, if not lower than that. But Ultra is one that I have a lot of faith in. So me personally, when I feel the time is right, and I'll let my community know in my Discord server, my free Discord server, I will just, people know, yeah, this is a project I'm looking at, and this is my reasons why I think it's going to do well, and I'm going to be getting in around this value and expecting to take profit around here. Simple as that. Missed out a whole lot of chats now. Andy A just bought 4.78 more Kaspa. My man, you are living life, my friend. You're living life very much so. All your kitten plays. Will Kaspa dip again under $12 cents? It is tough to say, right? Because Kaspa in this correction went to 12.5. And I do believe there'll be high and lows still to come, again, with the looming Fed cuts potentially happening soon, and again, September. And it is historically proven that every single time rate cuts are issued in the United States, the markets drop in value, because it's a sign that the economy is not stable. So we're going to see more lows incoming, but at the same time, with the rate cuts and also with the US Treasury printing machine now back online, so long term is going to destroy the dollar again, but short term there's more money in the market, liquidity in the market. We will see, in my opinion, continuing consolidation. If the emergency Fed meeting that is meant to happen this week does happen, and they decide to cut rates, we might see some lows and then some, upward price again. If it doesn't happen, right now it looks like the markets have somewhat bounced back. So they may not decide to cut rates now, but come September, I think Kaspa might have a chance to. For me, I'm gonna, if Kaspa goes anywhere near here again, near 13.5, I'm going to go back into Kaspa and fill my bag once again. If not, I will, do my due diligence, do my research, find out where I believe the Kaspa market is going. I think come the end of this month, we might see Kaspa trying to test the all-time high again, and then maybe struggle because of the Fed rate cuts. And then September, when we have the KII and the KRC20 and everything else coming out, we might see then Kaspa break above by September. I think we're going to see that. If not, October definitely. So the long answer, the short answer, even Warrior Kitten, is I don't know. I don't know. I think there's a possibility of such, but it really depends on what's going to happen with the Fed right now, and they are not making their decisions very clear at all. The Kaspa Maxi, I changed my location to several different countries, but it's still the text that I'm in the US. I'll try LBank. As you were given some options in the chat from other members, CoinX apparently is good, XX is also quite good. Me personally, I use LBank because it's just the cheapest in terms of transaction fees, so it's like, well, why don't I just make more? I get more of my money worth if I use LBank, and if I use a Tangent wallet, then I'm not keeping it on a so-called sketchy exchange. I'm just taking it off, and I'm living life, so it's fine for me. Don't be cheap. You should have went for a straight up 5 more Kaspa. Yeah, Andy, listen to the man. Eric's saying you should have got 5, not 4.78. Anything is possible? Probably not though. Yeah, as Mr. Mars says, yeah, it's possible. We could see $12 Kaspa, a 12-cent Kaspa, but it is unlikely. Well, not unlikely. Well, it'll be tough to see that much, because this for what people are believing right now, this is the belief to be the bottom right now in the bear market trap, in the bear trap. So we might see more prices correct downwards. Again, if it goes down to 13.5, I'm definitely going in. If not, then I'll wait to see whether the direction of the market's going. I might end up getting in close to that stage or not. Again, It's tough to say. I don't know if we get a bottom that low. That would be insane though. Bitcoin is knocking on 60k. I mean, yeah, that's also a factor as well. Bitcoin, after the massive correction in price, and we saw Bitcoin drop below 50k, which has not happened since February, at the beginning of this year. It's now seemingly making a strong recovery back up, and the reason why, let me find the source for you. Hopefully it won't take me. Yeah, here you go. The reason why is this: the wave 2 of institutional adoption is now officially starting. Morgan Stanley is starting to pitch to their clients. Their 15,000 wealth advisors are pitching to their clients about buying Bitcoin ETFs from BlackRock and Fidelity, and it started already. That's why we are starting to see, in my opinion, why we're starting to see some surge in Bitcoin and therefore the crypto market, because the wave 2 of institutional adoption is now starting. We're now starting to see big banks who originally didn't get involved when BlackRock and Fidelity and 21 Shares did. They're getting involved now. Those BlackRock, Fidelity, 21 Shares, they sent Bitcoin to 74k in what was still the run up to the bull cycle. And now we are seeing the second wave coming in, and this will be even more trillions of dollars flooding into the market. Again, this is why I believe that crypto is going to do mind-blowing things this cycle, and that's why it's so hard to predict where the price of these projects are going to go. I mean, Kaspa, again, because of Bitcoin surge, Kaspa's almost up 10% now. Like, it's done a lot on this live stream already. Get Palau ID and get KYC on Mexi to be safe while using VPN. There you go. That's also another strategy for you if you want to use that. I don't think gaming crypto time has come yet. I mean, yeah, truth be told, Mr. Mars, I think gaming crypto's got a while to go, because the problem with gaming crypto has a lot of potential in my opinion. The problem is right now though, is Web3 gaming cannot compete with the quality of Web2 gaming. I have not seen a single Web3 game that people have said, oh, it's as good as Call of Duty or FIFA or GTA, whatever it may be. Now, in saying that, I think there is going to be a time where that will happen, and they won't be called Web2, Web3 gaming, it'll be just gaming. And the reason why Web3 gaming has so much potential is because it gives values to NFTs. So think about it in this way. The best example I can give, right, is anyone who's, I imagine, has probably played Call of Duty Warzone. If you haven't played it, then, well, maybe you just don't play games, or you're too young, you shouldn't be in this live anyways. But if you Call of Duty Warzone, the first Warzone that came out, it cost X amount of money, $50, $60, whatever. And then you have consumables in the game, whether it be skins, cosmetics, emotes, whatever it may be, a battle pass. We had that in the game. People bought that, had their money, whatever. That Warzone, the servers are now shut for life. Never opened again. So people who spent $70 on the game plus $100 or whatever it may be on the consumables inside the game now have effectively lost that money. They had memories from it, great, but they lost the money. Web3 gaming means that people like you or me can have the ability to run nodes to keep a server open, and they get paid for running that node. So that means, in that regard, as long as someone is running a node, the game will never truly die. And you will be able to buy a node, I'm sure, to have access to buying a server and then make money off it that way as well, which should be used as an investment, but also just to play the game you enjoy. And then with the consumables, like let's say you bought a pink gun because you thought, screw it, I want to have a pink gun because I'm fabulous. Slay. If you are no longer playing the game anymore, or you decide you want to change skin, you can list it as an NFT on something like OpenSea or whatever the market may be, sell it, and then either just make your money and take it away and have it to yourself, or then buy a new skin. You don't get that with Web2 gaming, but that's what Web3 can do for you. That's why I think Web3 is going to be a very big market. But the problem right now is there's a massive gap between the quality of games between Web2 and Web3. But in saying that as well, the gap is closing because now a lot of Web2 developers are jumping onto the Web3 gaming projects. For example, GFAL. The founders of GFAL used to work for Activision and Blizzard. So that's a project that has potential. Now, I'm not saying by any means invest in them. Again, do your own research, definitely. Gaming crypto right now is at a low point. So they're risky. Now, I think gaming crypto has the potential to at least return to all-time highs. And if it does that, then, there are gains to be made, right? But gaming crypto is one that I am looking at too, and I'm going to devise my strategy when the time comes to get involved, because I believe in this in the future. But again, just full disclosure, my biggest bag, of course, is in Kaspa, because Kaspa is the GOAT. Fun fact, I'm a financial advisor, not financial advice. It's licensed to got covered under Series 7 exam. ETFs are covered under a license, however. Oh, okay, I see where you're coming from. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's one of the things I have to disclose. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. The way I'm trying to state is that I'm stating what I am doing personally. Now, if you listen to me, that's your own prerogative, but you should be doing your own research by definitely building your own knowledge and decide what's the strategy for you when you want to invest. I'm not telling you how to invest. I'm telling you what I am doing. It's your choice if you want to listen to me, but I'm not telling you this is what I'm doing. Do what I say. I'm not saying that. Full disclosure, I'm not. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm telling you how I'm going about my strategies and what I believe. But you should definitely do your own research. And if you want help to build your knowledge, because again, knowledge pays, then please by all means join my free Discord server, where right now we're all working together to build our knowledge to find these true money makers, the true crypto gems, to help be a part of this big wealth transfer. So I'm hopefully going to see you all there. I want to see you all in my Discord server. We're growing very quickly. Already have over 100 members, 120 I believe in the span of 1 week. I launched it last week. We're growing very quickly. He said he bought 7.8 Kaspa, not 7.8 million. Or I missed something. No, I think he said 7.8 Kaspa. I heard some of the crash was Japan defending their yen. They can't have the dollar being too strong against their yen, so it was all carry the trade. Yeah, I mean, Japan's economy, from what I know, I'm not Japanese, obviously. From what I know, Japanese economy internally, so just in their country, is all right. But when it goes international, that's when they struggle. That's why the yen is so much cheaper than everything else. Which is why also investors tend to use the Japanese yen so they can, exchange it to Japanese yen and then buy their investments into whatever US market they want to buy into, because it's just cheaper exchange rates. And they make more money from that way. But the Japanese yen was a very big catalyst to the Japanese bank changed their monetary policy, and also they changed the interest rates of the yen, and that caused again a fallout in the US market, and again responsible for this correction as well. Wow, I'm catching up so many messages. Yeah, they do it for, exactly. We do it for legal reasons. Like, cause, I mean, it's if I don't say I'm not a financial advisor and I just start spouting nonsense, then if someone invests and lose money, they could sue me. That's the bottom line of it. That's as simple as it is. But I'm trying to reiterate to all of you that I'm not a financial advisor. I have not trained. I'm not had training in. I'm not these people in I'm not these people. Where is it? I can't even find it now. Here. I'm not these people. I'm not Morgan Stanley. I'm not a wealth advisor. Like, they've had training and they, religiously look at the market, and they, therefore they can tell people how to invest. I'm just saying, this is how I invest. Choose if you want to believe me or not, but I'm saying definitely do your own research, because it's not, knowledge is a gift, right? Knowledge is a gift, and it pays. It honestly pays to be knowledgeable. You can learn so much in this market from doing a little bit more research. You'll be able to find all these people who fund these other projects most likely haven't done enough research to find out what it's really about. And it's hard to find information sometimes. I completely get that, which is again why I made a Discord server, so it makes it easier to find some research and also learn how to find the research. 'Cause that's what it is, just trying to learn how to find the research. And we're all working together to do that. But you need to do your own. You need to do your own research when you're investing. By all means, especially in high on risk assets like crypto, definitely. We have CPIs next week as well. Yeah, exactly. CPI next week will be a very big factor as well. That may affect the market. We'll see how it goes on. This month is going to be a very, very juicy period for crypto, in my opinion. We're going to see highs and lows, and I think the next 2 months will be critical, as it will be the lead up to the bull cycle, and then from that point onwards up to the end of 2025 we'll see a lot of fun times. And if you're in Kaspa or any of these projects right now, I think you are very, very fortunate. This time next year we will barely see this dip in the chart. Yeah, I mean, in the bull cycle you very rarely see any dips. You just see upwards price momentum. So in the bull cycle, I think we will very rarely see any dips. We'll just see upwards price momentum. Capital will reach $3, $5, maybe even $7, and we'll be laughing. I expect 0.6 after Kraken, 1 after Binance, and 1.4 after Coinbase, then sell off. Not a bad prediction. By all means, Baker. But I think we will probably see a lot more, personally. Purely because, again, just purely based off exchange listings, then yeah, maybe. But again, you've got to keep in mind, we're leading up to a bull cycle. I think we'd get those prices in a bear cycle. But into a bull cycle where we're going to see crypto's total market cap jump from 2 trillion right now to potentially as high as 10. I think we're seeing a lot more. Like if we're going to see a 5x in the crypto market, we're going to see a lot more than a 5x in Casper. Because it's not Bitcoin. Bitcoin will increase, similarly, let's say 5x. But then the amount of money that will go into the altcoins will be much, much higher. I think Casper has potential to reach at least $3 in this bull cycle, and that's my very conservative prediction. Thank you very much, Pumpolinsky. Keep it up, fellow Caspian. You're my man. One day I see something like Steam and digitally bought games to come with an NFT ownership. Then, I think also, we've seen a lot of developments happening regarding the gaming in regards to companies like Activision and Sony as well in Japan. They are also making a lot of developments to get involved with Web3. I can't remember, there's one of them now, I can't remember which one it was, that is seemingly very, very heavily involved in Web3 right now. It's quite a big Web2 company. They're now getting Web3. So I think the growth of Web3 is a market that will happen at some point soon. And the same way how Casper seemingly, in the words that everyone doesn't follow Bitcoin and it will split off into its own market, I think gaming crypto will also be a market that in due time will split off into its own market as well, and will be a very big market as well. You speak of Web3 gaming, do you like Miria? I used to look a lot into Gala, and at the time when Miria was launched, I was also still looking into Gala, and I saw about Miria and people were saying Miria's the Gala killer, as people always do. Miria, my opinions on Miria is, my opinion right now on gaming crypto is quite a collective. I think all of them right now, the ones that you can see in this list, Ultra, Nakamoto, Miria, Vulcan Forge, GFAL, technically Gala, although they've now gone to be a L1 protocol as opposed to a gaming protocol, but they still do games, so I guess they're kind of dabbling in both, but they're more L1 now. I think all those projects have potential, is the way I'm going to phrase it. I think they have potential. Projects like PYR, I looked into in the last bull cycle, and I made money off it. I very much love PYR. Same thing with Ultra. I have good hopes for Ultra as well. Naka came out more recently, but it seemingly has a lot of potential in this market. Miria, similar, GFAL. I think all of them have potential, but I've not done my due diligence just yet because I'm not prepared to invest just yet. But I'm going to do so. I'm going to aim to do so again in this upcoming few months as the market is starting to turn and looking better for worse. You just like following me, Old Foundry. Right now we got this weird buy my Steam account sort of thing. This is ideal. Yeah, it's a very weird market right now, but I think we're going to see things turn around very, very soon, most definitely. If you want to know if Casper is going to moon, yes it is. That comes from David, not myself, although I'll state that full disclosure, I do believe Casper's going to do amazing in this bull cycle. I think it's going to do amazing things, but yeah. David's the man who likes to sell his kids' kidneys to buy more Casper and go homeless to live with me, apparently. Joey Ruiz, great video, thank you. Thank you very much. And again, anyone who's maybe new to the stream or the channel, I made a video yesterday talking about the Kraken listing. Definitely go give it a look. And again, Binance 3 days before that. And also, if you're new to the stream, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe. And if you want to learn more, Discord link in the homepage, free to join. And we're just growing our knowledge to be a part of the big wealth transfer. And thanks for the video. You're welcome very much, Old Foundry Toy Works. Hey, the content has been great lately. I just wanted to say keep it up, brother. You guys are gonna make me cry. Thank you very much. I started doing live streams literally into my 8th day, I think, just over a week ago. Same time I launched the Discord pretty much, and yeah, it's grown a lot in this short period of time, both Discord and my channel from the live streams, and I enjoy it. Talking to you guys every day has been actually a privilege, and I really, really enjoy it. And I can't wait to see us growing more and more from here in leading up to the biggest bull cycle ever. The amount of money we're all going to make is it makes me so happy. So the lower Kaspa stays, the happier I'm going to be. I was stating my comments in general, not directly at you. Okay, well, apologies, the Kas Maxi, if it seemed like I was coming at you. I wasn't intending to come at you directly. I know you're just stating as a general point for the general community with crypto and content creation. But yeah, again, full disclosure, not a financial advisor. But yeah, it is funny. Plan K has a video out on Kaspa eventually going to $7,744 per Kaspa with a $222 trillion market cap. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. However, I'd love to see your thoughts on his YouTube video. I have not watched the video yet. I'll probably give it a look at that sometime either tonight. If not, then sometime this weekend. I think, again, one thing I have seen, which I wish I had this link pre-saved. It'll take me about 5 minutes to find it. But something I did see was it's institutions once again talking about, it's these stocks, so STOXX, Stocks Digital Blue Chip Index, I think. They are saying that in the stage we're currently at, the crypto market cap is something that in the future it is irrelevant. It won't matter. What matters is projects that have good protocols, have security, are just like all the stuff that what they are building basically, which is indicative of where we're going. We're not going into a market where it matters about market cap. Market cap will be irrelevant. What will matter is how good the project is and what they are building, which Kaspa is the best. I mean, maybe slightly biased because I like Kaspa, but I think Kaspa is by far the best project in this space, in what they are building. So if that is the truth of the matter, and that's what institutions want, then it would be an excessive market cap, definitely. But if market cap doesn't matter, then, and also all the world's money, which is equivalent to quadrillions and quadrillions of dollars, multi-trillions, quadrillion dollars, then Kaspa reaching that sort of price target is maybe not out of a possibility. Maybe. But that is something that is, again, that is so far in the future. That's so far in the future, but for me, I'm holding Kaspa as a long-term investment. But I will never not have Kaspa in my investment. So if that goes to that price, then great. I've made so much money from me investing at 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 cents, and keeping going up and DCAing all the way. I will see you in court. Most advisors don't know anything about crypto. Yeah, I mean, that's the fact as well. I know a lot. I've obviously done my fair share of research into crypto before I started making content myself. And a lot of people either just waffle or they talk with this knowledge of, what they're talking about. They don't really know what they're talking about. And it's like, the only thing that's worse than not being knowledgeable is being fake knowledgeable and pretending you know what you're talking about. It really, really does pay to know what you're talking about and know where everything is coming from, and do your research. And a lot of people don't. And if that's the route they want to go down, then fine. If they can make money still through investing, then more power to them. I don't want to FUD these people. That's why I'm not name dropping either. I'm not going to name drop anyone to give them any attention or anything like that. But yeah, you within investing, especially into high on risk assets, you need to be knowledgeable. You need to do your research. Which part of the world are you in? Okay, well, that was not to me. That was to Mr. Miles talking to Kas Maxi. For anyone who is not watching the chat, in the US you can sue someone over ham. In the US you can sue someone over ham sandwich. It gets pretty stupid here. I mean, yeah, the law is a very grey area. I mean, that's evident pretty much from what the SEC has been doing with crypto and the Ripple and XRP for the past 3-4 years. It's a grey area. There's definitely some, do's and don'ts, but ultimately crypto law is something that is a very grey area. So you've got to be very, very careful when dealing with anything that could get you penalised. Are there corrections in December? Potentially. I mean, there'll be ups and downs continuously throughout the cycle. We're going to see more ups and downs, definitely. We'll see higher highs and higher lows, but there might be. You've got to think about it. Right now, we're in a stage where there'll be corrections and consolidation periods with the Fed rate cuts again in September as well. October, there is a potential for that as well, but I think also in October, the BRICS nations, which consists of Brazil, Russia, India, South Africa and China, South Africa and China, and also they've expanded now to add the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Ethiopia, and one more I'm forgetting now. That's bad of me. Either way, point being, BRICS is already growing to be a massive, massive power. And I believe in October they're holding their annual conference or whatever, where they're going to be adding, I think the number I saw was like 50, 60 members. 50, 60 countries joining the BRICS nations. That will definitely have some, I think that'll have some big indications on the structure of the financial sector, as everything's now going digital as well. And the BRICS are currently one of the leading alliances that are now trying to force blockchain to trading in your local currency, as opposed to trading everything with the dollar being back in it. If we knew that sort of thing for sure, we'd be filthy rich. Yeah, if we knew everything's going to happen in the market, then yeah, we'd all be filthy rich, but it's hard to say. And not to mention then after October, then you have November, which is the elections. And the elections will be a very, very big factor into the market structure as well, because crypto has become a very political issue. And then December leads up to the next year. So yeah, I think we'll see ups and downs throughout the whole thing. But ultimately we'll see a lot more ups coming in. That's the bottom line of it. Mr. Bars, eat my shorts. Typically in Bitcoin's history, though, the first December after the halving is pretty green. Yeah, I mean, we might see some good price action, we might not. Meme coins and Kaspa is all you need. If you want to go down that route, then by all means go for it. I'm not going to discredit it. I think Kaspa is a very sound investment. I think meme coins are also a good way to make quick, insane gains, but I don't hold any meme coins. Full disclosure, I don't. And that's because I think personally meme coins are very, very risky. They are by far the highest risk asset in crypto market because there's not really anything backing it. It's purely community based, which you can say it's the same for Kaspa right now, but they're building something. But meme coins is just, oh, that's funny. The cat of a dog hat has got like bread. Like I'm not trying to sound like I'm fudding them, because I see their value in terms of making quick gains, but they are very, very risky. And I've had people in my community also vocalize that they were in meme coins and they've gone out of it because they just kept losing money in it. So they've now looked towards, assets that have a bit more, less volatility and therefore more trust in its price action. So if you can make money off meme coins, then you're a legend, because that's a very, very volatile market, and it's hard to make money in meme coins. If meme coins can go up and down very, very quickly. If you make money in that, then great, good for you. And then I'd recommend just cycling out your investment into meme coin into other projects, Kaspa, and some real world utility tokens as well, like some a little bit in XRP and that sort of stuff as well. At least that's what I do. That's what I would do if I was in meme coins, but I'm not in meme coins. I just DCA and I just analyze the market, find where I believe the lows to be, and just put a little bit of a bag in at what I believe to be the low points in the market. If you want another gaming project with potential, look up Lit Lab Games. I will put that, by all means, I will definitely have a look at that. And also, I believe you joined the community very recently. So by all means, put that in the general chat and let the whole community know, and we'll all have a look at it. Because that's all about building knowledge together, so we all can keep informed about what's happening and good, promising projects. I'm going to make a new channel at some point soon about promising crypto gems that people can have a look at. The shuffle, $4 Kaspa, I think it's potential. I think $3 is quite conservative. I think $5 is average. So $4, therefore, I think a definite possibility. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome, Warrior and Kitten. I'm here, same time every day, from 4 p.m. EST, 9 a.m. PT, 12 p.m. EST, midday EST, 9 a.m. PT, 4 p.m. GBT, and then for my man Leroy, who I imagine probably gone to sleep by now, but over there in Australia, it's 11:30 p.m. when I stream. So for him right now, it would be 1 a.m. So if you're still here, you're a legend, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow again as well. You're growing because there are so many Kas fans, and we need our daily Kas fix. I mean, yeah. Kas for my Discord community that's been growing so quickly, the majority of them are from Kaspa. Some of them are from XRP channels. I have some of them from another channel I cover on XRP, but most of them are from Kaspa. But ultimately, I'm just bringing in more and more people into my Discord server who just want to learn more and keep up to date with all the right now crypto news, and also help them determine where the market might be going. Plan K is going off the power law of its prices. There are only two projects that follow the power law, Kas and Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin and Kaspa are only ones that follow the power law. Kaspa follows it more religiously than Bitcoin does for the meantime right now. And based on that power law, it states that Kaspa will reach the price of $3 by the end of 2025, which I think is possible. But the power law, as I mentioned, the power law is based on emission schedule, so price over time. It doesn't take into account the institutional adoption, the tier 1 listings, and everything else that could play a big part into the financial market. The fact that right now, again, Swift is being replaced with blockchain. That's a big factor. So that it doesn't take into account of that, and I think that's going to be more bullish than people realize. Because no one, even as much as I'm informed about it, I can't by any means judge how big it's going to be or how small it might be. I don't know. It's never happened before. And I'm not, working for BlackRock, so I can't say that either. But I think it's going to be I think we're going to see higher prices than people predict for Kaspa. And if not, well, either way, I still think you're going to be making profit off Kaspa right now, so you should be fine. Personally. Hey brother, have you checked the Xlix Kaspa killer? A lot of Kaspa killers lately. I mean, yeah, there are a lot of projects. I haven't checked it. And my reason for that is because it's the same thing that everyone creates a project that says it's the X killer, right? It's the Kaspa killer, it's the XRP killer, it's the Vulcan, like the Gala killer. There's always projects that come and say it's this project killer, right? And sorry, I lost train of thought there. I right now I think Kaspa's so early into its development that you can't really have a Kaspa killer right now. You can't, and Kaspa's still developing, right? So Kaspa, even now, it's groundbreaking technology and it's still developing. It's not like it stopped. Like Bitcoin stopped developing, so you can have a Bitcoin killer in the form of Kaspa, technically speaking. But Kaspa's still developing, so I don't see how you could be a Kaspa killer just yet, and it's so early still. I'll give a look into the project, or better still, if you're in my Discord server, which is free to join, then link it in the chat and we'll have a look at it together, all of us. And I'll give my 2 cents on it then, but yeah, I still think that Kaspa's the sound bet right now. Dreaming Code, can you please show people's questions? I will, truth be told, when I sort it out, because I've been doing this for a week. I'm still very new to it. There's stuff I still need to sort out. I'm just looking at the live chat and just reading from the live chat, trying to name people and read out the questions. I will try and show people's questions. I'll try and get that sorted out in the next stream or two. Just bear with me whilst I'm still trying to get news of this stuff. But again, moving up. The streams will be better. The Discord server will be better. The channel will be better. Everything's going to be going up. So I will get that sorted for you very, very soon. I promise. Xlix. Okay, not Xlix. Xlix. Okay. Well, again, if you're in the Discord server, I'll link it in the chat. Come join. Free to join. Grow our knowledge, and any project. It doesn't have to be just about Kaspa and XRP potentially, or any real world development. It could be, if you have an interesting project in mind, ask the community and we'll discuss it. Eventually I'll end up developing the Discord to make it, again, add a channel for crypto gems that we can all talk about and discuss. But yeah, it's about building our knowledge in everything that's crypto to make the most money as possible. That's the goal of this Discord server. I'm hiding my crypto investments from my father until I can show him what my 150k Kaspa is worth in a year. I mean, God, do I understand that feeling, at least from when I was younger, hiding, certain things until it's paid off. So like, yeah, I did this. I know you were probably worried about it, but it worked out. So yeah, here you go. Yeah. Oh, I wish you the best of luck, man. I think you'll be very, very comfortable. 150k Kaspa. If that's to reach the price of, let's say $5, that makes 750k. So yeah, you're very, I think you have the chance to be very, very wealthy. If everything goes according to plan and all the developments come out, and Kaspa reaches reaches the price of $5 as well. And even then, like long term wise, I think you'll still be very, very comfortable. If you're holding Kaspa for 10 plus years or whatever. Mexico is I don't think Mexico is part of the BRICS just yet. They might be planning to join, but they're not part of it just yet. I know it's Saudi Arabia, UAE, Ethiopia. It's not Iran. I thought it was Iran, but it's not Iran. There's one I'm forgetting. Egypt. It's Egypt. So it's the five founding members plus those for Egypt, Ethiopia, the two African nations, alongside South Africa, of course, being the founder member, and then Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates. Argentina was meant to join, they didn't join. They might be trying to join again, I don't know now. But they have so many other people trying to join, like sort of Venezuela, Malaysia. There's so many other, I can't even list them all. There's literally like another 40 odd countries at least, I think, that's trying to join them this October or this year. Mr. Miles asks, I hear you on memes. I never held any for the same reason. However, I think I will pick up some Cas memes when they're ready. I mean, yeah, Cas memes on the Casper blockchain, I think that has good chance because, again, Casper is just a rapidly growing project and I think they will do well. And again, I'm not trying to discredit memes. I don't think memes are bad. I think memes have value to make quick gains. But in terms of, you know, again, memes are the most risky investment. So you've got to be careful with meme tokens. I've seen a lot of my mates and a lot of people who've made considerable money from meme tokens on the Polygon chain, the Solana chain, just in general, like the likes of Pepe and Brett and what else, Turbo. So I see the value in them, but I just think they are risky. So you've got to just, full disclosure, be careful with them, that's all. Cas is the play this run, boys. Next 12. Joshua Clements asked, Cas is the play this run, boys. Next 12 months is going to be fun unless the world explodes. I mean, hopefully the world doesn't explode because I want to be rich. Casper's hash rate ignored the market dip and it went up instead. That's more bullish than anyone most. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and the reason why the hash rate rose again is due to the fact that Binance is now mining Casper. They opened up a mining pool, and again, Marathon has also diversified to mine Casper as well. So Casper's hash rate just shot up to now be somewhere. Marathon and Binance now opening Casper mining pools. And look, 750. Despite the market correction, the hash rate did not drop at all. It went up, if anything. So that just means when the market stabilizes a bit, Casper's price will catch up and go up. This is why I'm going to keep buying Casper. Exactly. There's so much to look forward to with Casper. I'm catching up so much on these questions. My area had a 6th earthquake a few days ago. Right. Well, I pray that you and your family and everyone else is safe. 6 on the Medicare scale is crazy. Let's hope the war does not end. Let's get rich first at least and enjoy our money a little bit. Are you prone to quakes? Yeah. Oh, okay. So you're prone. So it's quite common where you're at. Okay. Well, again, my wishes go out to you and your family, and I hope you stay safe in these times. I'm just reading through the questions real quick. Mr. Mars, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran. Yeah, exactly. Those are the current members of the BRICS nations, and they're going to grow considerably in the near future. Yeah, Mexico's not on the list right now, but they might be joining soon. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of countries aiming to join very, very soon. It's going up. I'm doing Cas meme coins, and yeah, I don't think Cas meme coins is a bad shout. If you hold majority in Casper and you just put a little bit of money into meme coins, and you can, if you take your own due diligence, you do your own research, and you are careful with it, you make your money on profit on meme coins, and then put that back into Casper or another project, then great. I don't think meme coins are not like, again, stuff like XRP, XLM, XDC, Casper. I hold them long term. I see memes as a trade more so than an investment. It's not exactly the right terminology, but for me, an investment is something that I will hold long term, and trading something you do it, short term. Obviously, it's not that. Trading's like, more frequent than that. It's a very weak example in that regard. But I see memes as something you don't hold memes long term. That's not what I would do. I just get them back very quickly, cycle out of it. And put it into a project that has real value, because memes don't have real value. Yeah, as Mir Ryan says, load up before you regret. Damn straight, load up before you regret. That's a wiser word never spoken right there. Casper is about to do very amazing things. I am very sure of that. Has there ever been a project that is listed in the top 25 but have not been listed on any top tier? No. Plain and simple, no. There's not ever been another project in the history of crypto that has been listed and reached the top 25 or even the top 20 or even the top 30. Reached that high without a top tier exchange listing. Not a single project bar Capster. That's also, again, why it's such groundbreaking. Capster's the first to do most things in history. The first to be on Marathon, the first to reach top 25 out of tier 1, the first to solve the trilemma. it goes on. The list goes on. I can imagine Biden trying to sign the US up to the BRICS. I mean, unlikely. I know you're joking. But I don't think. I mean, Biden's not in term anymore. It's now Kamala Harris, I think her name is. Now, despite who wins, I'm not going to go too deep into politics because politics is not something I want to be talking about. I talk to politics because it's related to crypto. Now it is related to crypto, so I have to talk I have to understand the politics to an extent. But right now, Donald Trump is he also said again, I'm checking out my general chat. I saw, Trump just announced. Trump announces a promise for huge crypto announcement. So there's going to be a big announcement from Trump about crypto soon. And right now, whether who wins, whether it be Trump or Kamala Harris, as long as the person in charge is pro-crypto, that is what matters. That is what matters, because we need someone who is going to push innovation forward in the United States as opposed to leaving it behind. And due to the United States, the way they've been, kind of tyrants in regards to how they use the dollar to bully people around. That's why the BRICS made the BRICS, to move away from the SWIFT system, to de-dollarize themselves. So I don't know if we'll see America join the BRICS, but there will be a connection with that, between the two, with whatever the bridging mechanism may be, whether it be a Kaspa blockchain or an XRP blockchain or an XLM blockchain, whatever it may be, right? That's how I see it. But yeah, the BRICS are going to grow more and more and more. They've already surpassed the G7 in total GDP, and we're going to see the BRICS become a very powerful alliance that will be utilizing blockchain and local currencies to make transactions. And they're getting more powerful because they have they're just getting powerful, right? The Kaspa team is just making all the right moves. And as Michael Sutton stated, one of the Kaspa lead developers, in terms of technology-wise, Kaspa's at a boiling point. Kaspa is definitely at a boiling point. It is growing more and more, everything technology-wise. And again, for those who are joining just now, I imagine, who are very, very late, this is something, again, I was made informed through my community in my free Discord server, who let me know about this live stream that happened just yesterday with core members of the Kaspa team, the likes of Wolfie, who confirmed that in the past 6 months, so half a year, Kaspa have been in contact and working out things with the top 6 exchanges. Now, whether that be these top 6 or a top 6, but top 6 regardless. So Kaspa are in contact with them, which also is a great, great sign. And again, he's not just waffling; he's not chatting ish. He's someone who is, one of the people in charge of what's happening at Kaspa. So again, that's very, very big news. And I was made informed by this thanks to a member in my community, by the man of Joe. Shout out to him if he's watching. So if you want to get pre-informed about this sort of information and get sources for it as well, then by all means come check out the Discord server for you to join. And if you enjoy the live streams I've been doing daily, I'll try and keep them up. I'm going to keep improving them as I can as well. Then please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and share with your friends to just get the name of Kaspa out there. I prefer RFK over anyone. He is true Bitcoin maxi. He understands it better than any one other politician, and he is so nice to see Trump embracing it. Kaspa will play Swift. Am I bullish enough yet? I think RFK, again, truth be told, I'm not too well informed in American politics. I'm not in America. For me right now, as a crypto investor, I just want the next person in charge to be fully accepting of crypto and push the innovation forward, because America's falling behind right now. They need to push it forward. That's all I care about. That's all I want. So whoever it may be, as long as it happens, and Kaspa will play Swift. Right now, the word on the street from the XRP maxis, but also I say maxis, not even that. It's institutions from the IMF to the World Economic Forum to the BIF, the Bank of International Settlements. All of them are pretty much in research papers stating that XRPs and Ripple's technology has the opportunity, the potential to replace the Swift system. So right now, XRP looks like a massive, massive factor, but Kaspa's new, Kaspa's young. When Kaspa gets its adoption higher and higher and higher, which is going to do thanks to the KII, who's going to bring it institutions involved with Kaspa, bring its name out there, we will then likely see Kaspa starting to get some foundation, some like in the center point of these of the monetary system and might even be the replace of XRP and what they're trying to do. But again, time will tell. Ultimately, right now, I'm just bullish on the future of this project and what they're building and where it's going to go from here. Kaspa's devs make the big boy project look bad in comparison. They're so much more on top of things than other devs. I mean, yeah, Kaspa is a purely like community driven funded project. Like it's everything about Kaspa is so raw. It's like every other developer is seemingly not as involved as Kaspa. Kaspa are doing so much to build right now, and it's put this so early as well. But you're seeing so much. You have the likes of people who are very, very good to follow. All the people I follow here, I'm very well. I keep up with quite religiously because they are very informative. But the developers wise, Michael Sutton, and also Shy, both of those two are constantly speaking their mind, whether it be about Kaspa or just anything in general. And they're very interactive with the community, and not many developers are. Most developers just don't speak to the community at all, but Kaspa are. So it's very, very good to see, and that's also a very good. It's very reassuring for the future of Kaspa as well. There's a lot of projects that mention Jonathan in their white papers and credit work. Yeah, another Captain Sats is another Twitter account that I follow, and he every single day. I mean, he pretty much reposts stuff every single day, but every single day he will just showcase proof after proof, interviews and documents after documents of people like Nick Szabo, the creator of smart contracts for Ethereum, praising Jonathan Polinsky and Aviv Zohar of Kaspa as experts on the security of Bitcoin, which is a skill and knowledge in set and scarce supply. You've got the likes of Vitalik Buterin, the founder and CEO of Ethereum, who talks about the Ghost protocols. I mean, here you've got I think it's Charles Hopkinson. I think it's Cardano. I might be butchering that, but he also talks about the Ghost, Spect, and Phantom protocol. Like, there's so much research and proof out there to prove. Like again, here's Vitalik Buterin. So much proof out there to show that Jonathan Polinsky and the protocols he has built are groundbreaking, and a lot of these projects like Ethereum run off these protocols. They run off the Ghost adaptation. They're an adaptation of Ghost, or adaptation of Spectre or Phantom. They're all adaptations, but Kaspa is better than that. Because they made these protocols which are great, but now they're focusing on Rust, and they're gonna have 10 BPS, so it's gonna be better than their original stuff. They're running on the old Kaspa. Kaspa's already into the next stage. Charles Morales asks, I feel like people hardly underestimate how powerful the combination of the power law, the tier 1 listings, KRC20 smart contract, 10 BPS, marathon mining, institutional interest in crypto. Precisely. That's what I continuously keep reiterating to everyone here. Power law is a very, very important indicator to help you understand the general direction of where Kaspa's going, which is just up. Over time, up. But when you combine tier 1 listings, KRC20 smart contracts, 10 BPS, marathon mining, like Binance mining, institutional interest into crypto, and also into Kaspa, whether it be in ETFs or whether it be actual projects like this, that is going, in my opinion, to push Kaspa above the power law. And we're going to see Kaspa go much, much higher than the power law and reach the prices potentially as high as $5, $7, $10, especially if you get all the tier 1 listings as well. Beebs asks, do you believe 10 BPS comes before smart contract for Kaspa? Definitely. I think 10 block per second. I think KRC20 will come out sometime this year. And I think 10 BPS will then incorporate soon afterwards. That's where my current head's at. And smart contracts will come out end of 2025, early 2026. But Rust, 10 BPS definitely comes out before smart contracts. There's no doubt about that. At least, unless something goes wrong, but I'm fairly sure that's where it's going to go. Old Foundry Toyworks asks, for Mr. Miles, I've heard that Trump has talked with RFK to be involved somehow with his administration if he gets re-elected. I mean, yeah. Ultimately, right now, again, very briefly regarding politics, as long as it's pro-crypto, I'm happy. As long as they're pushing innovation, I'm happy. And then hopefully they just don't screw up the country anymore. I simply can't understand anyone who's not a Kaspa maxi. I mean, yeah. Everyone has their own, every project has their own maxis, right? But I don't understand, I mean, without being a Kaspa maxi, I don't understand anyone who doesn't, if they don't know Kaspa, fair enough, but I don't understand anyone who's done research into Kaspa and doesn't like the project. I think everyone who has done research into Kaspa and done enough of it should be bullish on the project. That's how it currently is. People like Fred Krueger and Da Vinci Jeremy, in my opinion, they either have not done enough research, they've done bad research, which is worse, or they've done the research and they're funding the project so they can buy more cheap. Because they start, they're big enough channels, if they start pushing out Kaspa, it'll probably increase in price. Mr. Mars asks, Jonathan has the same birthday as Satoshi. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. I'm not going to get into who the Satoshi debate is. I'm sorry, I'm not, because I'll get hate. Kas has the best chart ever. Exactly. Let's look at this chart. All-time chart for Kaspa, just up. No other chart has this. Not to the same anticipation and bullish extent than Kaspa. No other chart has this. It's amazing. Almost 90,000% up since its founding, since the start. Dagonite, well, okay, I'm just reading on. Mr. Mars says Dagonite will be next year, most likely 2026. I think smart contracts will be 2025, 2026. But I think that there's not been Dagonite's something that's currently developing, and they said it's going to take a while. If we see Dagonite as early as that, that'd be very, very bullish. But I think we'll see Dagonite before the next bull cycle. But I don't know if it'll be as early as 2025, 2026. But yeah, that's currently my 2 cents. We got interesting week ahead of us right now. I think obviously we've got Fed rate cuts coming in right now. Seemingly Bitcoin's going up again, close to breaching the 60k, which is very, very good. Hence why the crypto market is up right now. I think the next bull cycle there could be a number of factors to this bull cycle. I think obviously we got institutions getting involved, but a big factor as well, again, this lawsuit. Because this lawsuit, right, with XRP, as much as it's good for XRP, it's good for crypto. Because it's a sign that the SEC, who have been tyrants, who've been stifling crypto innovation, have lost. Like, XRP, say what you will about the project, this victory for XRP would be a victory for the whole of crypto industry. And I think that would be a major catalyst for the crypto industry as well. And they could be a potential catalyst for the next crypto leg up, so to speak. Yeah, there's a lot incoming, a lot to be excited for, and I think this month is more important than ever now to just build up your knowledge, to understand the direction that's happening in the market right now. Me personally right now, depending on if we do get this meeting here with them cutting rates or whatnot, I think we'll see a lot more consolidation around these regions for Kaspa. We might see it go a little bit higher, but ultimately I don't think we'll see Kaspa retest the all-time high until potentially early September, if not mid-September, I think, and we'll just see it go from there ultimately. And we've got a lot more incoming. There's a lot to be excited for with crypto, with Kaspa, and yeah, I'm going to be here hopefully every single day around the same time, just bringing the live stream to you, bringing the love, interacting with you all, and just again, if you enjoy the live streams like I've been enjoying them right now, then feel free to leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe. And if you want to learn more, then by all means come join the free Discord server. And we're, trying to become part of the biggest wealth transfer in history. Dagonite will be needed for native smart contracts. Yeah, I mean that's true. That'll be true, but we'll have to see, right? We'll have to see, because what I remember seeing in a live stream with Jonathan Sompolinsky, I think it's on Kaspa's YouTube page, it was about the fact that smart contracts will take 18 to 24 months to be built and implemented. So that would be end of this bull cycle, early 2026. So if that is the case and we need Dagonite for that, then we could see Dagonite that early, and that'd be massive. Otherwise, then we'll have to wait a little bit longer, but ultimately it doesn't matter. In my opinion, we're going to get them regardless. I'm going to see Kaspa price go up more and more from then. Charles Morales asks, I watched Plan K's rebuttal on Bitcoin University funding Kaspa, and there will be almost zero legitimate reason for them to be funding Kaspa. It feels like they're just married to Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm going to try and find it. It'll probably take me some time now. I'll find it at some point, but while I'm doing this. But ultimately, there are now, after Marathon and after everything I've been doing, there are now Bitcoin maxis, massive pages. The guy I'm going to find is a guy named Lucky. He's a Bitcoin maxi since 2015. He has 2.2 million followers, and he is now talking about Kaspa and what they are building and how good the project basically is. I hope I can just type his name in. No, that would be too easy, wouldn't it? I can't find it. I've definitely reposted it. If you want to check out my Twitter page again, link is this is the app for the Twitter page. You can give me a follow. I've definitely reposted it. Have a look at. I repost all the stuff I talk about and stuff I put in my Discord sometimes as well. But yeah, Bitcoin maxis are now starting to do their research into Kaspa, see what the project is. So people like Da Vinci Jeremy and Fred Krueger, they are just funding the project for the sake of it, in my opinion. I don't think they've done no research or no proper research, which is worse, or they just fud it because they think they want to be a diehard Bitcoin maxi, and I don't understand why. Kaspa's not doing anything that Bitcoin should be upset about. If anything, they're trying to stay true to Bitcoin, which should make the Bitcoin maxis happy. But of course, with any maxi, when you hear people say, "Oh, Kaspa the Bitcoin killer," they're like, "Oh, get in the bin." That's not true. Yeah, pray that Jonathan Belinsky and Shai stay safe, because Israel is about to get dangerous to live in. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of... that's also a reason why the markets are in a turmoil right now, because on top of, Japan increasing... Japan changing the monetary policies, the Fed, not cutting the rates, Warren Buffett and everything else, there's also apparently the looming possibility of war happening right now. So... my wish and prayers go out to everyone in the region, not just Jonathan Belinsky and Shai. Hope they all stay safe. It sucks, man. It really does. Beebs, in my opinion, Satoshi is a bunch of people that invented Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, from the sounds of it, there's a lot of speculation that Satoshi is not just one person. It's a group of people who all worked on it. And whoever Satoshi is, he's done an amazing thing with the creation of Bitcoin, and therefore the founding effectively of crypto, and he's done amazing stuff. It's a shame that Bitcoin did not reach the vision he intended, but that's where Kaspa comes in to step in and save the day, right? Kaspa will do what Bitcoin failed to do. Kaspa's the only project that I've seen that can catch the Bitcoin maxi. Oh, exactly. Every other Bitcoin maxi who has looked at a project, they're like, oh, let's look at XRP. Oh, we don't like it. Let's look at Gala. Oh, we don't like it. Let's look at Ethereum. Oh, we don't like it. Every other Bitcoin maxi who's looked at a project has hated every other project because they don't follow Bitcoin's chart. Which I get. I understand their reasonings. But Kaspa, they've actually looked at Kaspa and like, oh, you know what? Oh, we do like the sound of Kaspa. We can mine it and it'd be more profitable for us to mine it. It's following what Bitcoin is doing, and their protocols and what they're doing is actually, better. We may not agree with some of the stuff they're doing, but ultimately they're doing good things and they have a good potential. So yeah, we like to look at Kaspa. And now that Marathon's involved, we're like, oh, maybe we should look at Kaspa as well, right? Kaspa right now is sitting at number 22 in CoinMarketCap with a $4 billion market cap, just below that of Polygon and Litecoin. And it is not going to be long until we see Kaspa reach the top 10 with the exchange listings and the KRC20 launch and the Rust, 10 BPS, everything else. It's not going to be long at all. So getting in right now, in my opinion, at Kaspa here is beautiful. I was aware of Kaspa before. I was aware of Kaspa when CoinMarketCap did not list Kaspa properly. CoinMarketCap had Kaspa on, their platform, but it was at rank like 200, and they didn't have the market cap or the liquidity in properly at all. So I had to go to CoinGecko to get my information, which I still like CoinGecko, no problem to them, but CoinMarketCap is like one that's quite closely tied to Coinbase, I believe. So it's like the more so-called legit one. But I was in Kaspa, I looked at Kaspa way, way early. And now, it's doing amazing things with no tier 1 listings, which is bigger than people give it credit for. But yeah, that is effectively everything about Kaspa. Anyone have any more questions, feel free to ask me. It's been a much longer stream today, almost 2 hours. It's going to reach 2 hours in 1 minute. So any more questions for me, and I'll give them a quick answer. But I need to go get some food, to be honest. I need to get some food, man. I've been so deep into the research of Kaspa that I just, sometimes I forget to eat, which is a bad thing. Everyone remember to eat, man. Got to keep healthy in these times as well. Yeah, I'm surprised as well, Mr. Miles. I've got a very, very dry mouth now. I spoke so much that I managed to catch up to chat. At some point in the future, I would not be surprised if I would not be surprised in the future at some point where this chat goes so massive, like 500 active viewers, that I'm gonna have to end up missing people, and that's gonna be. I love answering all your questions, but when it gets that big, it's gonna be a struggle to answer people's questions. Yeah, it's nice to be doing this stuff. Also, you talk at rapid speeds. I put you on 1.5 and I couldn't understand a thing. I mean, yeah, I speak very quickly. I try to speak slower sometimes, but I don't know. I get caught up with myself and I just speak quickly. But yeah. I mean, if I speak too quickly again, if I speak too quickly, please everyone let me know, because I want everyone to understand what I'm saying so they can keep informed as well. But yeah. Thank you. Thanks for the Kaspa chat. I appreciate you. You're welcome, Beebs. You're welcome, everyone. When you blow up, I mean, remember us OGs. Don't worry, Mr. Marsh. You guys are one of the first newcomers into the chat as well, into my live streams and also into my my Discord server. You will be remembered. Don't forget about it. You all are legends, and you've been very, very active in the community. So more power to you guys, and I hope you stay the same. Alexander asked, how do we expect to pump from 0.4, 0.5, or even $1 if we go this slow? No fudge, just asking. A lot of money to go in. I mean, yeah. Okay, it's going to be the last question I ask. Mr. Mars said you're not talking too fast, I understand. Okay, well, okay. If I talk too fast, just let me know. If not, then great. I will continue as I'm going. But I know I speak quickly. I might try and slow down a little bit. But yeah, to answer your question, Alexander, the last question. Ultimately, right now, we are in a position where Kaspa is, in my opinion, at a boiling point, not just tech-wise, but in general. We have exchange listings imminent, Kraken making the announcement, Binance doing a mining pool, Coinbase seems to be close to getting involved, OKX are part of the KEF, so a lot of Kaspa listing coming. KRC20 being the Kaspa blockchain, that will bring more liquidity into Kaspa as well, as Kaspa is used as a medium exchange on the blockchain. 10 BPS will increase, the speed as well, which is all very, very good. There's a lot of stuff looking up for it. But the biggest factor is the institutional investments, not just with the KII, Kaspa Industrial Initiative, but the Bitcoin ETFs with the likes of, the second wave institutional adoption happening now. Morgan Stanley is still on the second. Morgan Stanley and other big banks are still on the second wave to pitch to their clients. 15,000 Wall survivors pitching to their clients to buy Bitcoin ETFs. So we're going to start seeing a lot of institutional money, trillions of dollars flooding into crypto, and that money will then trickle into the altcoins, as it always does. Money going to Bitcoin trickles into the blue chip altcoins like Kaspa, like XRP, and so on and so forth. So we will see price rises from here. Stuff is slow right now because of what's happening with the Fed, and it's going to continue going this slow. But just like as flip of the switch as quick as possible, we're going to see a flip and a surge in adoption and price. And yeah, as Mr. Moss, by all means, look what Mr. Moss is saying in the chat. You're not talking to, look at Kaspa's chart on the weekly time frame. It's just history in the making. Massive moves up, massive moves, cools downs, massive. Yeah, exactly. Just based on the power law alone, without the other external wildcard factors, Kaspa will reach the price of at least $1.20 to $3. But including the external factors, Kaspa can go higher than $3. So it's going slow right now because the bull cycle we're in a bear trap, not in a bull cycle yet. The bull cycle will start within the next 2 months, one to 2 months, I believe. We'll start seeing it slowly grow up, and then come 2025, we'll see ups and downs, of course, but it'll be speeding up a lot more from then. But anyways, thank you all for joining the stream. For those who are here since the beginning and those who join in later on, you guys make these sort of interactions amazing, and I thank you all for joining. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. And feel free to give the live stream a like, and also share with your friends if you're new. And if you want to learn more, join my free Discord, and we talk about everything crypto related in there, trying to build up our knowledge to, because knowledge pays, knowledge is power. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you all there, and thank you guys for watching, and I should see you guys again tomorrow. Again, times being from 12 p.m. midday EST, 9 a.m. PT, 11:30 p.m. in Australia, and 4 p.m. GBT. But yeah, thank you very much, guys.